Right, so meet these kids out the way, right? Like out the way, out the way. Not out the way, but you know what I mean, out the way, out the way. And the sound, so I've been like colluding with them for a little bit. I know, texting the main one and talking to the other ones and this. So like, yeah, lads, why don't we get down with us one night? I'm like, lads, I will. So like, yeah, what about Saturday? So I've been talking to this kid for probably about 8 months or nearly a year. So I'm like, I'm proper tight with him, do you know what I mean? And he's telling me his mates had, and his mates have been on the phone to me and I've been like in collude with them and so it's all safe and that. So I says, go ahead, sound. So this one day, like, I'd been off me barney and I couldn't drive. So I thought I'll get a taxi. So I get a taxi. Taxi's like 40 quid. So gets to this gaff, yeah, goes in, walks in. There's about 8 of them and I've got loads of limo and they're all like, what's that? I met this other lid and this other kid's like in the papers. He's been doing proper madness and proper signs. He's got out of Monster Mansion. He's done a 5 in Monster Mansion and he's like, yeah, do you know this one, do this one? I'm like, yeah. Sound. So he says, yeah, get with us for the night. I'm like, go on, lads, I'm with you for the night. What's happening now? I'm massively outnumbered here, but there's absolutely zero, like, aggression. There's nothing like that. Everyone's like that. Sound. So the night's getting on. We're going from one gaff to another gaff. So we end up in this kid who's been in Monster Mansion. We end up in this gaff, and it's his Marsh gaff. And he says to me, lad, you know what, you're proper sound. And I'm like, lad, you know what, I love all you. You're proper sound. No one just takes it off with someone straight away. So it's all just proper vibing. And then this kid gets on the phone, and I don't know this kid. I don't really know none of them. I just know, you know what I mean. So sounds, he goes to me, lad, so he says to me, my mate's coming here now. I said, who's your mate? He went, lad, he's on a bit of a paranoid way because some kid in Monster Mansion has put Joe on him. And I'm like, who? So he told me, I'm like, lad, he's a Scouser. And he's like, yeah. I said, so lad, if he walks in here now and sees me, he doesn't know me, and I'm the only Scouser here, he's going to think that I'm something to do with that. And he's like, nah, he won't. I'm like, lad, what do you mean he won't? Of course he will. How won't he? Of course he will. So I've got no car with me. I can't have a quick escape. I'm like basically not on foot because I can phone a taxi, whatever. But I'm sort of out sat in this garden, but no one's getting on what I'm saying. All the lads there, they're not getting on what I'm saying. I'm like, listen, your mate, I don't even know what their mate is. Your mate's going to come here now. He's going to see me. He's going to think I'm something to do with this contract. How won't he? Oh, lad, you're mad. Lad, I'm not mad. That's what I think. So I'm sitting there, and then this kid comes in, right, and this kid comes in, and he looks like a bit of an handy lad, so don't get me wrong, I'm not saying like that. He walks in, and he's looking around, and he just looks at me, right, and the way he looks at me, I've looked at him, and he's just looked at me, and he's just like sort of half put his hands in his pockets, and all like as if he's got something. So I'm thinking, what's happening here? So I'm sitting at this like back garden table. So I'm saying to one of the main lads who where he are, lads, what is his head going there? He's off his barney. He's going, lads, he's twisted. Says, I know he said, lads, he's going to be armed to the teeth if he's got like Joe on him. And he goes to me, nah, he won't. I'm like, lad, he will. So the kid started throwing all blades around, not like throwing them around like in a threatening manner, but he's letting everyone in there know he's got blades on him. But who's he letting in there know? It must only be me, because these are all his mates, aren't they? So he's letting me know he's got blades on him, and he's like sort of coming over, standing. So I'm sitting where I'm sitting, and I'm on like this big table, and there's all bevies in there, there's balls in that around me, you know what I mean? But I'm thinking, nah, what's on here? So he starts like, don't get me wrong, the kid's wearing like, front that he wearing, acting out like that, it possibly could have just been me, but at the end of the day, this kid's bounced into this gaff where I am. He knows that Scouse have got Joe on his head. He knows they're not messing around, and he's seen a new Scouser in this party who he's never seen before. What's he going to think? Obviously, because if it was the other way around, I'd be like, he's something to do with it. So he's like looking at me, and he starts like whipping these blades out, but without like being, aggressive or, yeah. So I've just been like, and he's coming over, he's standing over to me, yeah. He's standing over to me, and he's saying to me, lads, where are you from? I said, listen, lads, who are you talking to? He said, standing there, blades all over me. So I've done something, pushed the table, I'm like, what, lads? He's going to me, what? I'm like, what, lads? I said, what? I said, standing there like you're proper looking at it with all blades and that, lad. I said, what, lads? And like, I was out of my depth a little bit, because if they would have turned on me, I would have got my head smashed in. There's absolutely no doubt about it, I would have. But I'm sort of out playing the fact that, front is basically 90% of the graft, innit? So I'm just sitting there thinking, do you know what? I've got no way out. I can't even get out the gaff. If these all turn on me and he's got them blades on him and I try and get out the gaff, I'm getting about 5 minutes before I even get out the door. So I'm going to have to just go like all in without... I'm not trying to disrespect the lad. I don't know what he's done or where he's been or whatever. I don't know what's happened there. But what happens is, this kid from Monster Mansion, he's from Liverpool, who's a heavy boy, thinks that he's been going with his bears. So he's put like 20 quid on him, do you know what I mean? So imagine you had 20 quid on you, you're going round by where you're at, mates, and a Scouse has put 20 quid on you, and you walk in, and then there's just me sitting there. Obviously he's going to think that's something to do with me, and there's absolutely no way he's not. So I know this, and he knows this, but no one else is getting on it. So the lads who I'm like sort of half like mainly with, he is a proper heavy kid. He's like, if I told you he wasn't the names when you put his name in the fucking internet, you'd be like, no way. But this kid is well sicker than anyone you know. I don't care if you know. I'm telling you now, he's sicker than anyone I know. Yeah, but he doesn't think he is, because he's done it for a very like fucked up and, I don't know, ambiguous, weird reason. But I'm not going to tell you what it was, because that channel will get absolutely flagged and I'll be on about 35 watch lists. So I'm not going to tell you what he's done, but maybe I will one day. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I will one day. So the kid's sitting there and like, he's sort of half snarling at me. So I'm like, listen lads, if you're snarling, he's like, lads, I'm not snarling. No, I'm like, but you're standing over with 3 blades like as if you're trying to dominate me. What, lads? And he's going to me, well, what, lads, you're standing there? You look like as if you're ready. I said, lads, I'm always ready. And he's going, well, you know, I said, what, lads? So I've just jumped up through the table, as we're through the table to try and get a bit of space on me. Not through the table to be a bellend, but I had no space to move, do you know what I mean? And if these, like, corner me, I'm proper fucked. So where's it going? Where's this going now? I don't know where it's going. So I've jumped up and I've been like, well, let's have it. I never had no shoes on me. I had a few bottles around me, but this kid's got 3 blades on him. So I'm not getting poked by these blades of some kid off his banner who thinks I'm something to do with something that I'm not to do with. Now, the kid who's put on him, I do know him. He's not my mate. I wouldn't do nothing for him, even for job. But he's not me. You know what I mean? You know, in Liverpool, in the underworld of Liverpool, most people are mates unless they do something ratty. But if you don't and you work with people, you're sound with everyone. So that's where we're at, we're sound with everyone. So everyone starts like, get patted and back off. And I'm thinking, I'm probably like half taking it the wrong way. I'm like a quarter of lemons down by now. We've been out all day. So I'm not in like the best mood ever. I'm in like a bit of a sticky situation. How am I getting home? By the time phone's actually, where am I going to phone's actually, how am I getting out of here? I've got no car. I'm cornered. These know the streets. Like I don't even know where I am and all that. Yeah. So he's going to me, listen lad. I'm like, who are you talking to? Fucking listen lad. You listen to me lad. So I've jumped up and everyone's like, jibbit. And I'm like, lad, I'm not even doing that. But it looked like I'm the aggressor, but I'm not the aggressor. I've got to be proper careful here, because this kid, he wearing a muppet. You could tell he wearing a muppet. He's been around the block. So him thinking that I'm sitting there and I'm something to do with some buttons on his head from Liverpool, how would you react? I understand exactly how he's going to react, and he's going to react how he is, but I can't afford him to think, yeah, that's him, and just start poking me. Because if I get 1 or 2 pokes in there, that's me done. What am I going to do? I'm not going to do nothing. I'm just going to get absolutely wasted, aren't I? So here's what my goal was. My goal was to be like, listen, lads. So he made saying to me, nah, listen, lad, he's up for it. I'm like, lads, I know he's up for it. I can tell he's up for it, yeah. And I can tell all you're up for it. But, lads, where does that put me? He's going to be like, no alarm to you. I'm like, I fucking know not alarms to me, lads. No, what? Do you think you're like my protector? What, lads? So I'm just like, I'm sort of half fuming. I'm like, not shouting, but I'm being a bit too loud for what it was. He's going to be like, this is my Mars. I'm like, well, why have you done this to me? You put me in a position now where I'm on my back foot. Lads, I'm fucking off me barney. I'm proper bevy, lads. I put me trust in you to be here, and what you're trying to set me up. He's going to me, lads, I'm not trying to set you up. I'm like, well, what's it look like to me, lads? And he's going, lads, I swear. I'm like, lads, I don't care what you swear. Right now, at this moment in time, my back's against the wall, because I'm sitting in a garden with all yous are all one big firm, and I've been for years. And lads, I'm just like some stranger in the thing. No, lads, no. And I'm thinking to me, lads, I can't even get on. It's not like I can just bail, jump in the car and start bonneting people. Lads, you've got no car with you. Yeah, no. That's like a sort of, not a lesson to learn, but it was a position to put me in where I would never have put myself in that position before. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's my own fault. So I'm thinking, who do I know? So I'm thinking to me, well, who lives around here? So I thought, yeah, this bird, she doesn't live, well, she lives miles away, but she'll definitely come get me. So I've texted her, said, where are you? She's like, what's up? I said, come and get me. She's like, where are you? So I've sent her the postcode, and I'm like, yeah, sounds. So I'm thinking, yeah, sounds, what I'm going to do, yeah. So I've got a bottle there, and I've like sort of half stashed it, and what has happened is I went in the front garden, and I dropped it on the floor, so it smashed, but then picked it up like, sorry lads, but I had all shards on me. So I was like, worst case, it's going to be a hard task if someone's got a poke on them, but I'll get him, I'll Mars bar him, I'll absolutely stain him for life, I swear to you I will. So I'm just like, listen lad, no, like trying to calm it down, like, listen lad, we've got none but respect for it. I'm like, lad, it doesn't matter what you're saying, it matters what he's saying. So I said, yeah, go and get him over here to me. So the lad's like he was gay, he's like, what lad, what? I said, yeah, put your blades down and come and talk to me lad. And he's like, yeah. I said, put your blades down and come and talk to me and you right now. So he's like, go ahead. So he put his blades down. As soon as he put his blades down, I thought, that's it, I'll waste them. Definitely waste them. So we come in, we're talking to him like this like little shed thing and all that. Now this bird's on the way to come get me, you know what I mean? So I know I've got a way out soon enough. So I'm talking to him like, listen, like, he's going to me, lads, I know. He says, I know. He says, I'm just overthinking. He says, I'm just off my banner. He said, you know, lads, I do this for a living and all that and all that. And then he's put on me and I never even done it. I'm like, listen, lad, that's not my business. I said, I knew quite well, as soon as you walked into this gaff and you see me and you heard me talk, you think that was something to do. He's like, lad, but when I walked in, you were the only one who was like ready. I said, lad, here's why I was ready, because I knew what you were going to start thinking. So what would you do if you were me? He's like, yeah, I know. And he's like, you know, he ends up being half all right and all that, half all right and that. But it was just like one of them horrible positions where it's fight or flight. Now, in my own head, I had it boxed what I was going to do. I'll stab him with that, and I'll do this, and I'll do that, yeah. Now, in theory, it would have worked, but it probably wouldn't have worked anyway, because these are all gym heads, these are all like, you know, they're up for it. But when you're in a position where it's me or them, what lengths would you go to? I'll tell you now, there's absolutely no lengths that I wouldn't go to. Do you understand what I'm saying? I need to get back home. I've got kids. I need to get back home, and I will get back home, whether I have to fucking take your head off, his head off, or his head off. Now, in theory, it might not work, and I would have probably, you know, thinking about it, I would have probably got my head smashed right in. But, you know, when you're standing there and you're like, accepted it, I'm not asked, whatever you want to do. But I'm telling you now, yeah, the first few years will proper get it, yeah. People pick up on that and they realise it, do you know what I mean? Now, I ended up getting off, everything was sound, gets off and all that, and the next day, the main kid was phoning me, and then the lad who was there, he was phoning me, he was like, listen lads, I'm sorry about that, but I was off my band, and I'm like, you know what lads, sound, everything sounds and all that, but, you know, you hear us, people like getting put to bed in places like that, for things that wasn't their fault, and, you know, was it a lucky escape? To be honest, between us, yeah, it was. Because if they all would have turned on me, I'd have been absolutely fucked, wouldn't I?